Hello, all. This is Dr. Dave Maslak talking to you about reciprocity.com. The E is written with a 3. And in this particular video, I want to talk to you about whether you should call a professor on the phone for graduate school admission. This was a question that was asked of me from Aram. So I don't know if you know the rules with anybody that asks questions. If you ask a question, I answer it, then what I want you to do, because the name of the game of this whole project is reciprocity, is you just have to go do something nice to somebody within the next hour. Doesn't matter who it is or what it's about. And it just has to be something nice. So if you don't know me, I'm a professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created this whole reciprocity project to give back as much as I possibly can. There were so many people that helped me out to get my graduate degree that I wanted to create something that was giving to other people around the world. So should you actually call a professor for graduate school admission? So I would generally say no. That is going to be really aggressive, or it's going to come across as rather aggressive to just cold call a professor. We don't get a lot of phone calls generally. My office is pretty quiet for the most part. Most of the communication that happens through to a professor, particularly these kind of things or anything that's related to school, it's through email. That's kind of the general agreed upon process or sort of method of communication that happens. So everything's through email, and it's less aggressive when it happens like this. So what I would do if I was you and I was thinking about Aram, what I would do is I would actually approach it in a different way, rather than approach them in terms of you sort of doing a grand gesture or something like that. I would take it down a little bit of a notch and just approach the relationship in a sort of much more subtler way. And this works really well. And this is the way that most people would communicate and sort of build working relationships in academia. If you don't know this, we have to build working relationships in academia as well, to do co-authoring and stuff like that. So what I would do is just simply send them a nice email, read a couple of their articles, the professor's articles from the last couple of years, and just send them a nice little note of appreciation. I do this every once in a while, and often I just don't pursue anything after that. I just say, you know what, I read your email, or I read your papers, or I read this paper and that paper, and I thought they were really cool. And I just wanted to say, I really appreciate what you did. I like them because A, B, and C. And just say, thank you so much. This was really nice. And I appreciate everything that you do. And that's it. And just send the email like that. Just a note of appreciation saying how much you really like their work. If you don't know this, professors actually don't get a lot of appreciation. They don't get a lot of love. They truly don't. And so when you get emails like this, it does feel nice. And some people are not going to respond, but that's actually going to be a good sign to sort of figure out whether it is going to be a good working relationship for you and as a sort of supervisor role. If they respond and they say, thank you so much, you just send them another quick note and say, I'm really curious with your research. Do you have anything else that you'd recommend for me to read? And that's it. Really simple, short kind of email like that. And if they respond and they give you a couple of things to read, then you just go and read them. And then you come back again and said, I read all of that literature. Thank you so much. I liked X, Y, and Z. I'm thinking of applying to grad school. And at some point in the future, it'd be really nice if I apply to the program that you're at. And that's it. Really simple like that. What's going to happen is when you do apply to the graduate school where that person is, you could put there that you actually know that particular professor, and you've sent them a couple of emails and you just said you really appreciated their work. It was really cool. And because in that email you've already thought about and you read their work, you've already put down the material that you can write in your application. You can write that you like and Professor X, Y, and Z's work because of X, Y, and Z, or A, B, C, right? You've actually done that. that leg of the thing, and you have to put that in the email or your statement of purpose. You actually have to put that in there, that the reason why you're applying to that program. And you can write that. You sent them a couple of emails, and you appreciated the work that you appreciated everything that they did. It's a really simple and effective technique to actually build a working relationship. What's really nice, so if you send a phone call and you do that right off the bat, it's pretty aggressive. But if you do this kind of working your way in as a letter, a note of appreciation, you get to see what they're about, and you can develop a working relationship a lot more effectively. It's a lot more easier. It's less aggressive. It doesn't feel like it just doesn't feel aggressive when you do that. And the other thing that's going to happen, if they never respond, it's very flattering to get those emails every once in a while. If they're very famous, they might get them all the time. I'm not so famous, so I don't get them a lot, and it is just really flattering when you get those things. I actually have a wall in my office where I have all the thank you notes and letters of appreciation and stuff. It's really nice to get that kind of stuff, right? It is just nice to get that. So that's what I would do, Aram, is I would not call them at all, but I would approach it in a very subtle way. Then just read a couple of their articles before you email them and say you really like their work. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for the work that you're doing. I appreciate it. And that's it. It's really simple. Hopefully you like this email now, or hopefully you like this video. And again, Aram, the name of the game is for you to go out and do something nice to somebody else in the next hour. You can put a comment below, let everybody else know what you did, and that would be amazing. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and do subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, take care. Bye.